Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, kafa wa salam, wa salatu wa salam wa salim. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdah, wa ashhadu anna sayyidina Maulana Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh, amma ba'd. Wa a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa amma man saqulat mawazinuhu fa huwa fi 'ishatin radiyah. Wa qala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كلكم راع وكل مسؤول عن رعيته أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Believing man, believing woman, I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this opportunity to spread the knowledge of Deen and to give this advice and today's khutbah. Alhamdulillah, after many years I'm here. Basically, I can't remember how long, but maybe over 12 years, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me an opportunity to address you. And somehow today I'm feeling nervous. Camera maybe. My first khutbah in 1987. It's kind of boyish days when I first started to give khutbah. But alhamdulillah, Allah's mercy and kindness, hopefully I get over the nervousness, forget the camera, not can customer cameras. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us on this Jummah day, that we are seeing the first khutbah for the month of Safar. Safar is the second month of the Islamic year. And we just passed 3 considered sacred months. Zulhijjah, Zulhajjah and Muharram. Those months were sacred in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the days of Jahiliyyah, and Islam came to spread light. Allah nuru samawati wal ard. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the light of the heavens and the earth. And wherever they mention the word Nur in Quran, those of know Arabic, the plural of Nur is Anwar. Allah never mentioned Anwar in Quran. He mentioned the word Nur. Wherever he mentioned Nur, because guidance from Allah is one. Ihdina siratul mustaqim, one path. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, he blessed us in Quran al-Kareem and says, Ala inna awliyahu la khawfun alayhim wa lam yahzanun. The friends of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the walis of Allah is you and I. That they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they have no fear. All our iman is same. Unfortunately, our iman of yaqeen and certainty in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreased. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sometimes tells us and shows us his miracles, whether by action and sometimes by saying. For example, in the battle of Hudaybiyah, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fingers, water flowed, and 1,400 people, Sahabas, they filled water, made wudu and stored water, they feed the animals, just from a small container. This was a miracle of what is called action, fairly action of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Unfortunately today, we live in an era that we are seeing Palestine. One of the saying of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, imagine all the countries of the world, maybe about 35 of the 213 countries, they have not recognized Palestine. And the International Court has given an order that the occupation is illegal. Yet still we have morsels of food that the people are calling and inviting and eating us today as Muslims, because our faith, our iman is weak. You know, sometimes we hear Friday khutbah, or we hear classroom, or we hear lecture. Our iman is like the sea. You know, when the moon pulls on the sea and it's high tide, you come down the creek and water flowing on the road because of high tide. Because that's how our attitude is when we listen to lectures and iman and khutbah. And after that, when we live and the tide gets low, the same water, the water remains the same. Hanzla radiallahu ta'ala and Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala, they would say to one of their munafiq. But they were not really be munafiq because the iman and certainty would increase and decrease when they were Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So as Muslims, we should reflect and ponder on ourselves. You know that these 4 months, the month of Safar was a month that in ignorance in Jahiliyyah, they would consider it ill omen, bad luck. They would not travel. Bird flying this way, that was superstition. Islam came with a light to remove all that. So much so they thought marriage was bad in this month. But today that's not my topic. Actually I came with a topic I wanted to speak about our deeds. Do not waste our deeds. Do not lose our deeds. You know, only 3 months, mashallah, we were talking about, I'm seeing plenty youths also. You know, the Imam told me to touch on the youth, so I'll try to do both at the same time, inshallah, basically, in the little time I have allowed. So, inshallah, as we reflect on our actions, we have stored up. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ أَنَبِّئُكُمْ should I not inform you, Muhammad sallam, alladhina dalla amala, those who have wasted the action, gone bankrupt. You may have heard the hadith many times, the bankrupt person come in the day of Qiyamah with good deeds, but gone. But in this dunya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bankrupt our deeds. How we bankrupt our deeds? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they make effort, they waste their effort. And they are thinking they are doing good deeds. Number one, shirk. Shirk after Islam, you apostate after Islam. You know, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal alayhi rahmah, Ibn Baz alayhi rahmah passed a fatwa. I mean, it is outside the jamusing of all the other scholars, but look at this fatwa. You miss one salah intentional, you get a blame for Fajr deliberately. You miss what, you become a kafir. You know what it means? You have to them, you have to take over shahada. You have wasted your deeds. You have to do over your nikah. If you die in this condition, you can barely allow me Muslim cemetery. Muslim cemetery. That's how serious it is. One salah. So ascribing partners to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Tizatihi, in his essence, Jesus, when he God, attached to Allah, this one, that statue, this one, shirk. That is number one, you waste your good deeds. That's number two, secretive. The attitude or the description of the qualities of Allah. That's somebody, you know, you go about doctor and they say this doctor had the cure, or this man had the cure, and that one and that one. Other than Allah, the qualities of Allah, any attributes of Allah, somebody know you unseen, and they tell you and palm reading. In the night talk, in a Rima, you walk through, you see all these people here inviting you for what? You read your palm and tell you fortune telling. All that is shirk. Or sifa to shirk, but nobody is unseen except Allah. That even Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that even Jibreel alayhi salatu wa salam. Hadith asks, Ma mas'ula anhu, the one who is questioned doesn't mean more than the one who is questioned. So sifa to shirk. And besides that, what makes our good deeds? وَلَا تَبْدُوا صَدَقَةُ مَنَّ وَزَاءَ. Do not for the charity you have given, what you have given, the charity you have given, by wasting it also, by seeking favors or harm, causing harm. You know, you were down, I give you $5, I give you $100, I want you to seek favors. That destroy our charity or destroy our good deeds. All that destroy our good deeds. Another thing, and I'm going to tell it quickly because I want to touch on the children. You know, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that Allah says in the Quran, وَالَّذِينَ يُحِبُّونَ يَشْيَا فَأَشْيَةً لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. And those who love to spread rumor, those who spread rumor among those who have believed, for them the punishment in this world and hereafter. Man sakata naja. Whoever keeps his tongue quiet, be successful. Words of Nabi Sallallahu today, we like to backbite and slander people. And all this time with our tongue, look down upon us. You know, sometimes you come in the masjid and you see somebody in the Khutbah, he again, that one again. We are not perfect. The Anbiya alayhi salatu wa salam were perfect. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he invited the Quraysh to Islam, he fed them and he said, if I tell you an army behind you, I will believe you, but you never spoke a lie. So Allah make you a prophet. But on his own uncle, Abu Lahab, he said, let's say, woe to your hands. And we know how Surah will reveal here afterwards. Tabat yada Abu Lahab ever talk. And you can check it up, inshallah. So, destroyed. But nowadays, we are sinners. That's why, man saqulat mawazinu fa fi shita radiya. We just need, none of us are 100%. We are all sinners. We just need to get our balance of our scale over 51%. Our heavy deeds, our good deeds, be heavy on the scale on the day of Qiyamah. Because the day of Qiyamah, our deeds will be weighed, and our tongue will be weighed, our speech will be weighed also. That's why Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you heard this many times, you saw two sentences very light on the tongue, but very heavy on the scale. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanallah azim. So, that is one. And another thing also is hasad, jealousy, backbiting, all these things. Jealousy, like, now emulation is very good in Islam and allowed, but backbiting or jealousy takes away our good deeds also. So when we do good deeds in this world, we have to safeguard it. We have to safeguard it by getting these attributes or these sicknesses and diseases away from us. Or on the day of Qiyamah, you stand up before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala weightless, no weight at all. And all of our good deeds is gone in vain. May Allah protect us. So mashallah, alhamdulillah, we are in school holidays also. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given our responsibility for trust. You know, once Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had his grandson, Hassan with him, and Hussein. Now Nabi sallallahu had many grandsons. He had from Zainab radiallahu ta'ala, his daughter, and he had from his daughter Fatima, and many of us don't know that Fatima had 5 children. 6 children, in fact. One of her boys died, Hassan died in childhood. And she would do all the work of the house. Or the chief of women of paradise, Fatima radiallahu ta'ala. Of course, she had Hassan, Hussein, Kulthum, Zainab, and Ruqayya. She loved her sisters so much, she named her daughters after them. So that was our mother, Fatima radiallahu ta'ala. So Hassan radiallahu ta'ala was walking with Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and mashallah, he saw dates. He saw dates with Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he took the dates and put it in his mouth. You know, I'm like the example of Cadbury. You know, that's my favorite chocolate. Of course, I don't eat it again because it supports Israel. But, you know, like a certain chocolate, and he tried to take that date and put it in his mouth. Nabi sallallahu pulled it out from his mouth and said, this is not permissible, this is from Sadaqah. The family of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Sadaqah is not permissible for them. That's why Abdullah bin Salam radiallahu ta'ala, when he went to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to meet him, he gets this is Sadaqah, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then he bring the dates and say this is a gift, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam consumed from it. So this was of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This hadith that happened here, it's important that as parents, scholars have stated that they stop the children from wrong. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, our children is a trust from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you know, sometimes, well, I live in a bad area, right? The hotspot. You know, you hear the mothers and them complaining. I talk to you, I fed up talk to you. He didn't listen. You know, and you know, sometimes you see they pick up the blinkies in the masjid. You know, they don't last long. All these gold thing on the hairs and around them, they don't last long in my area. Right? Sometimes I think we do some young, big puppy, yeah. Sometimes I young thing and they're gone. So that is normally what happens. Janaza soon. That's a normal thing. They get corn. They call it corn nowadays. Right? So, as you reflect and ponder this, like Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah says, oh, you have believed. No, Allah just said beautifully, oh, you have believed. Allah says, mashallah, who have iman, who believe in Allah, who say I'm a Muslim, who say I'm a mu'min. Muslim and iman are sometimes the same and sometimes a different thing. Two different words, but two different things. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Allah says, oh, you have believed, save yourself. Our first responsibility is save ourselves. Your responsibility, my responsibility, I said, God, why you have qiyamah nafsi? And then Allah said, ahlikum. And what he says? Naro. Subhanallah. Save yourself from fire. Fire. You know, subhanallah, if our house is burning, and our children are inside, our family is inside, you know, sometimes they say heroes, right? You want to become a hero, you become a hero, you save your family. You're not going to take out your money, you're not going to take out your fridge, your stove. What are you going to take out? Not just, well, nowadays I grab your phone, right? But today your phone more valuable than anything else. Stop for Allah, yeah. And I call it the blue lights. The blue lights, you know, I put the glasses, now I take out the blue lights, and that covers them, we can't get up for in the morning. But that's the blue lights. You know, we can't sleep 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, when the best time in the morning comes on, Allah sends down His mercy and comes down to the lowest heavens, is there anyone seeking forgiveness? Is there anyone seeking sustenance at that time? So at that time, we go and our house is burning. And our children is not getting up. We are getting for pleasure and our wives are sleeping. Our children are sleeping. Nobody is scared. Nobody got for pleasure in the morning. You know, normally give the example, they pass a big school in St. Benedict, but right here, right next door the neighbor. So you know, you have to CIC now. St. Mary's in Port of Spain, and they leave on 3 o'clock in the morning to reach Port of Spain, they carry their son. But I hear Shoguners to some kind of bridge breakdown, so they take 45 minutes just as clear as spot in Shoguners. In 3 weeks now, I haven't gone back north because I'm in Jamaat, with a Malaysian Jamaat in this part of the country. Alhamdulillah. So Alhamdulillah, you know, so I'm going back north for 3 weeks now, inshallah, I'm going back next week. I'll go see the traffic. Anyway, but you know, that struggle you will make, you'll get up early in the morning, but to get up for Fajr, subhanallah. You know, our parents also, it's important that we teach our children, we teach them good manners. We teach them what is Islamic. Unfortunately, we dress our boys like girls. Put up earring on their heads. You know, when we were growing up, Norman is that you? Norman a taboo song. Nobody wants to hear that song. But nowadays, people wear earring on their heads. And they go in public. They're just like women. Income, you know, we shave our children here on Islamic haircuts. And these are the responsibilities of parents. Our children are trust. Abu alayhi salatu was salam, Yaqub alayhi salam had 11 sons. And because of the nur of Iman, and he says, oh my son, do not enter the city of Egypt with one door, different doors. Maybe you get marriage or nazar, or that your life of Iman will sparkle the people. That was it, you know, barakah from the children. And our most valuable asset for us when we die is our children. Right? Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam dies, his books are being disclosed except in 3 things. I want them waradun soleh yad'u lahu, a child making dua for you. Today for which, and that's something, you know, lucky in our iman nowadays. Our iman has become so weak. As Muslims, we have the most knowledge. We have more knowledge than the Sahabas. We have more hafiz nowadays than the Sahabas had. We have more books of hadith than the Sahabas had. We have more fatwas nowadays than the Sahabas had. We have more wealth than the Sahabas. We have more money than the Sahabas. When we have everything more than the Sahabas, more comfort, more luxuries. But what we don't have, the iman of the Sahabas. Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas radiallahu ta'ala, he was going to Iran, he went by the rivers. 50,000 in his army, 50,000. He said, who will cross this river with your horses? 600 of them put up their hands. We will go with you. So only 600. The others in the back said, we will follow, but they put up their hands first. They are ahead of us. And the Sahabas went across. You look at the heels or the hoofs of the horses, they didn't get wet. This was the iman the Sahabas had. They didn't have no iman. We let a small country like Israel rule us. Our Muslim countries from Morocco to Indonesia, largest armies in the world. You know, I really thought this war had been over since 1 week and Israel had been wiped out from the map, but the opposite is happening. You know, this is hurting this is Muslim, we should feel the pain, the suffering. When last we sit down in the night and we make dua, all help the Muslims. When last we cry before Allah, we have the lessons we are learning, the steadfastness. It's not only Palestine, but our first Kaaba, our first Qibla, Baitul Muqaddas. Who conquered that? You know, Umar radiallahu ta'ala. He got the power of the first Kaaba. When he became a Muslim, 40 Muslims in the 50th Hijri. They prayed Tahajjud and Jamaat. The Salah was compulsory. Tahajjud was compulsory. Muslim came out and performed their first Salah in Kaaba openly because of Umar radiallahu ta'ala. Umar radiallahu ta'ala migrated. When he went out to Jerusalem, they said, come, let the Amir come. Umar went a big caravan. How big that caravan was? He and his slave alone. Subhanallah. That was how big the Aslam radiallahu ta'ala. And when they reached Jerusalem, was his slave turned to right. And he came and he said, okay, Umar, you come in the right. There's no justice of Umar. He went walking. And he got the keys of Baitul Muqaddas. And this is our Qibla also. This is the issue of Baitul Muqaddas. And of course, Isa alayhi salatu wa salam will come back as a Nabi. Yeah, Muhammad said the final Nabi, no Nabi will be born after one Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But Isa alayhi salam is in the heavens, he will come back here in Jerusalem also. But as Muslims, our children is our responsibility. Our children is our asset for our hereafter. Wallahi, if your houses, there's no salah, our houses have become a graveyard. Our masjid become a graveyard also many places. I'm noticing that in this area when I'm traveling, our masjid become a graveyard, and the primary function of any masjid is not nice buildings, not nice carpet, not extended the masjid, 5 daily salah. 5, there is another responsibility of you, the people of this community. My responsibility that you want to teach our kids Salah. Now, besides when the kids reach 7 years old, teach them to pray. Let the players check to run. MashaAllah. 7 years, let teach them to pray. When they reach 10, no scholars say Salah is compulsory on a child who's 10, except maybe a girl who becomes mature by menstruation. They don't get mature faster than boys. So at that time, beat them. And beat them until they flog them. I think teach them to perform Salah. And after 3 long years, 1,800 times per year, by 5,400 times, you tell the child, pray Fajr, pray Zohar, pray, but we are not praying. Then something is wrong. We have made our houses a graveyard. So the children are given us, this trust Allah has given us, we have to fulfill that trust. Teach them our deen. Teach them our deen. Teach them our deen. Teach them the Salah. Teach them the prayer. Teach them Quran. One of the Quran, every child in our community should at least know 1 juz of Quran. Or 2, better yet 3 juz, because they finish primary school. 3 juz of Quran by heart, so they're able to pray Tarawih, pray the Tahajjud, and pray the Salah, and lead Salah, wherever they are. But today, we do not value the Quran, we worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And our children, we teach them at 6 months, they care. For 4 months, they care. At 3 years, kindergarten. 5 years, primary school, and we get them up with the academic for beneficial knowledge is important. We have to live in this field, we can't forget our portion. But we have to remember what is everlasting for the hereafter. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the ability to protect our iman. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability that what we have given us as trust keeping to fulfill that trust. Because the day of Qiyamah, the first thing Allah will say, يَوْمَ يَفْتِرُّ مَرُّ مِنْ أَكِيهِ. A man will run from his siblings. Sibling will run from you. Brother and children growing up together, they love one another, protect one another. If they fight among one another, they're not talking to one another, you can't say nothing. The sibling will come back and beat you up. That's how siblings are. But the day of Qiyamah, that don't work. If they don't want to see you. And then the next word is, woman ummi. Your mother. You know, Ibrahim alayhi salam was thrown in the fire. His mother went behind him because she loved her son. And Allah made the fire cool for her also. That was the love of her mother. You know the story of Sulaiman alayhi salatu wasalam. His love for, anyway, we'll go next time inshallah, bismillah. So we have to safeguard our children, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our children, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to teach our children what is right, teach them our deen, and continue to practice our deen. Ameen. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر لكم الإسلام واستغفر لكم الغفور الرحيم.